Hello everybody and welcome to Underclocked Devlog number 30. Alright, you're probably expecting some cool special thing because it's the 30th devlog, but it's just a regular devlog. And that means we're jumping right into it. So you can already see pretty much everything on the screen right here. I've got a new area with a large pit and some moving platforms that are quite functional. Right now, you're probably wondering, why on earth are the platforms moving like that? How are you supposed to get anywhere? Well, it's the work in progress. So the idea is I'll have these moving platforms and I'll also have a way to clock them, change their speeds, which means you can sort of sync them up in a way to traverse the chasm. So that's a work in progress, but the functionality of the platform's movement and the fact that they move in a synchronized fashion and I can move around while the platforms are moving and it just works. It's awesome. And of course I fall. Stuff happens sometimes. But anyways, so we've got this. This is a whole new area that hasn't been seen before. In the prototype I'm building, it's a grid of 300 by 300 pixels and 3 high and 6 wide or something like that. So it's a fairly large prototype area with a decent amount of caves. I'm going to add some simple puzzles in there, a couple enemies, and there'll be a lot to do. I've already mapped out the items and the item progression so that it can be randomized and everything. I did get to play test it with a friend. So this is the first area you'll see in the prototype, and one of the first things I got feedback on is this ledge. So really, these upward facing ledges are pretty hard to distinguish. It's hard to tell if they're facing up or down, and they're in fact facing up. There is some shadow detail that's missing right now that I could add, and I could also add grass tiles like up here, and that can sort of help. Like you can tell there's grass up here, and there's more of an indicator that I can jump down upward. But I think I really just need to use the upward ledges sparingly anyways, because they aren't super intuitive to the eyes and not really aesthetically the best. These leftward and rightward ledges look a lot nicer, and the downward ones are pretty clear. Another thing is making sure that paths are clear. It's very easy to miss this area over here without a path like so. And then up here on this ledge, you can see sort of a texture. It's not pretty. It's just something I made a long time ago, but it shows that that is ground that I can't traverse. So in certain areas, it's really helpful to see there's a difference between the ground and an area that I can't walk on. Especially when someone comes in like my friend and decides to sequence break by bonking into walls that bounce him up ledges, which is cool and intended sort of, but also I kind of forgot to take that into account when I was making the game. So it was fun to see him do that pretty quickly. But yeah, this is just the first area. There are several other areas and items everywhere. I just need to fill the game with some small puzzles, some enemies, and other fun stuff. As you can see in the menu here, I have file 5 selected, and I can create a new file or create a new randomized file. So I create it, shows the seed on the file. And something I thought that would be cool is I made different colored chests. So chests with important items are gold colored, and then the chests that are just helpful but not important are silver. These sprites are courtesy of Buttermilk's assets, and they're pretty cool, but I think they're too small. They just don't look like they belong because they're a little on the small side, but All right, so that was an extra heart for my health, and that is considered not required to beat the game. It's not an important item, so that belongs in the silver chest. And this chest is gold. And well, I need to add sprites that indicate what I'm grabbing. Since this is randomized, I actually have no idea what I grabbed. I can't strafe, can't shoot clock shots, so I must have gotten dash. Yep, I can dash. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot from making the prototype, and I really have. There have been a lot of just like world design issues that I had to address, and bugs that I wouldn't have found if I hadn't made a more expansive area. And that's just going to make it much more playable and enjoyable. If you really want to keep up to date, check out my Discord because I'm posting things about every week on progress on the game. I don't tweet very often because I find Twitter isn't the greatest for my health if I'm on there for more than a couple minutes. YouTube, I like to post videos as much as I can, but making videos takes a lot of time and effort, so I want to focus on the game. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.